Welcome to the Indatrashpodcast, a variety podcast to talk about sports, news, entertainment, culture, gaming, and pretty much anything else I feel like. I'm your host and worst best friend, Ramboss and the man to my right, who is always looking at the world through a glass half full, MikeEhle. What's up, Mike? How you been doing?
What's going on? How are you?
Hanging in there, my friend.
I want to hear your stories this week. We got to talk about that text that you sent me earlier. I got to hear that.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
definitely.
it. Cue the intro. All right, so for those of you who are new here, I just want to give you guys a quick heads up. This podcast is a variety podcast. We pretty much talk about like whatever the hell we kind of feel like it. There's no real rhyme or reason to anything. So if you're here looking for like brilliant commentary or like super up-to-date news, you're probably in the wrong place. All right,
medical advice.
Hang out,
we don't know nothing.
Yeah, we don't know fucking shit. Will we give it? We shouldn't.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Things happen. But if you're here and you just want to hang out with two friends and kind of, shoot the shit with us, that would be awesome. We'd love to have you around.
And we're looking for friends.
We would love more friends. We always want more friends.
It is Thanksgiving.
Right? It is. So yeah, and that's something that's actually happening is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Merry you were telling me
Happy Thanksgiving.
Merry Thanksgiving to you too. Yes. Feliz Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Feliz Thanksgiving.
You were saying that you had some information about Thanksgiving that I thought was incorrect.
Yes.
My bet here with Thanksgiving is that U.S. is the only country that celebrates Thanksgiving because it doesn't make sense for any other country to celebrate Thanksgiving.
I just always thought Thanksgiving was just an excuse. Oh, it's a day to be thankful. But I mean, when we growing up to school, there's always about the Native Americans and the Pilgrims.
Yes,
but I mean,
that's my whole thing. That's the whole thing.
It had to evolve.
I don't think it did, but apparently you have other information.
I don't have other information. The internet. This is not me.
Well, give the information.
But it was I looked up.
Give it to the people.
I said, "Who celebrates Thanksgiving?" That was my question to Google. It says Thanksgiving is celebrated in the United States, Canada, and other countries, including Brazil, Japan, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, the Netherlands, China. Other countries that celebrate that include St. Lucia, Libra, Norfolk Island, Puerto Rico, which that's always some. But yeah, Thanksgiving is a day to celebrate the blessing of the past year in the United States and Canada. Families and friends gather for a meal, and traditionally fare often includes turkey, cranberry. Well, okay, the meal. But
I don't think those. I think that's bullshit. I think that's a lie. I'm not saying that you're not like you're lying about reading it. I'm sure it's on the internet, but I just can't believe that that's actually like there's other countries.
I just
who are
think
celebrating
it evolved to let's say it's a day to be thankful. I think that's what it is.
Anyway, fine. It's a day to be thankful and has nothing to do with
somebody comes in and rapes your women and hey man, let's be thankful. No, I mean that's exactly what happened, right? The Pilgrims just didn't come in, let's just have a meal. No, it didn't just start. It wasn't that easy.
No, the Pilgrims came and they fucking gave everybody like yellow fever or some shit. They gave everybody like a disease and everybody got sick. And fucking just started the Native Americans started dropping like flies.
So, yeah, we can't celebrate that.
But that wasn't at first. At first, they came and they were cool with the natives. They were like, "Oh, hey, what's that you got there?" And the natives were like, "Oh, this is called corn." And then they fucking gave them some of this corn.
Maize.
Yeah, maize, exactly. They gave them some maize, and they were like, "Damn, this shit's fucking bomb." And here they were like, "Here, you gave us some corn. Here's some fucking blankets." And then they gave them these fucking blankets just covered in disease.
Yeah, look at this wool blanket.
Yeah, enjoy this, guys. Yes. And so that's.
But I think it's a day to celebrate. Like it says, celebrate to be thankful for the past year. I didn't know it was for the past year. I just thought a day to be thankful. I thought I'm
always thankful. I'm a very thankful person. I know. I appreciate that about you. Actually,
yes, I thank everybody for everything.
So for those of you out there who
aren't thankful.
aren't thankful. You should be. Take this time to think about what it is about your life you like, and think ways that your life could be way, way worse, because it can always be way, way worse. Yeah, I don't know. I think my life.
You do anything special for Thanksgiving?
I have a family out here, so I'm gonna go visit them, and we're going to. It's a small Thanksgiving. Yeah. So one thing I wanted to do for Thanksgiving was actually say the Pledge of Allegiance this time, like as kind of like a little bit of a joke. I saw it and I thought it was kind of funny. This guy had his like family over. This guy had his daughter's boyfriend like was eating dinner with them.
Yeah.
And he wanted to like freak the boyfriend out a little bit, so he like had them all like fucking stand up like after they said grace.
Yeah.
They all like stood up or whatever, and he was like, "Time for the Pledge of Allegiance." They pulled the flag out and fucking were like waving the flag and fucking inside like.
So the whole family was into it, except for him.
The whole family was they were in on the joke.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And he was just looking around like, what the fuck is going on? So I don't know. I just thought that was pretty funny. But yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna have like a small thing. Go to my cousin's house. I think I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
What I want to do is same thing. I seen somebody make a little joke, but so I think this like a year that. I think we're going to have a big Thanksgiving because my brothers might be, and his daughters are going to come in town. I don't know if his fiance is coming in town, but I'm going to be here. All my kids are going to be here. My son's not bringing his fiance, but it's going to be like, I guess it's called intermediate family. I guess, I don't know. But what I want to do, like I seen people take pictures, and me, since I do photography, I was like, man, I want to give my parents, a big picture of the whole family for all together. If not, I got to wait till Christmas. And what I want to do, I want the kids or whatever, everybody throw the little fucking bird on the picture. So that way it's something like you can't see it unless you notice it. I see families are doing that shit. They all just do some little stupid thing. They got their hands on their knees and a fucking bird right there.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. I said, I kind of want, I don't know how my mom will take it. She's a real Catholic lady.
Clean cut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how she'll take it. Maybe I got to give her 2 verses. I didn't know they did that neither. Damn kids.
Yeah, these goddamn whippersnappers.
And I don't
what
know
is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
What's mine?
Yeah, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I love taking dressing and cranberry.
Dressing and cranberry? What's dressing?
Dressing, like stuffing.
Oh, stuffing. Okay, yeah.
And you mix it with
I never heard it called dressing.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually sounds delicious.
It is pretty good, yes.
I think, for me, my favorite is
don't say pie.
It's called I was going to say pie. Pumpkin pie.
Don't say pie.
Why? What's wrong with pie?
A cop out. It's a cop.
No, it's not. Everybody loves pumpkin pie.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a cop out. So no, you got to say.
But it's my favorite. That's my favorite. It wasn't. What's the rarest thing or something people?
But
don't
when you go for Thanksgiving, there has to be something on the meal. That's dessert, but like the main course. What's the thing?
Dessert's not part of the meal.
No.
That's part of the meal. When you go,
a lot of people don't. You don't always get dessert, man. Whenever you go out to eat.
Yeah, but if you go to eat somewhere and it's like, it's a 3-course meal. You're gonna get an appetizer. You're gonna get an entree, and you're gonna get a dessert.
The main meal. When you go to this main meal, what is it?
I would. Okay, so if it's a part of the entree, I guess, then I would probably say there's this meat, this pork shoulder. It's called penin. Dude, this shit is fucking fire.
Is it tender?
It is so good. It's super soft, juicy, like pork shoulder. Like that's literally. I don't know if there's another name for it in English because I've literally just called it penin my whole life.
Yeah.
So it's just pork shoulder, and they basically just throw it in a fucking oven or like a grill for fucking hours, and this thing just slow cooks all day, and then they shove like garlic and all this other seasonings into it.
It just sounds amazing,
bro. This meat is so goddamn delicious.
That sounds like it can actually take over a turkey. Like, man, fuck the turkey.
That's actually what happens a lot of the time is that they'll make the penin in replacement of the turkey. But lately, especially because there's not going to be a lot of people this time, we'll probably do one or the other. But I'm thinking the penin would be the way to go. Like that is such a good meal. And honestly, it's even good during like Christmas dinners and shit too. Any holiday that requires some type of meat. That's it.
I feel bad for my kids because they have to go with me to my folks' house. Then after that, they go do something with her mother, with their mother, and her parents. And then middle child, she has to go to her in-laws.
Right.
So it's so many people you got to entertain.
Yeah, she's juggling a lot.
Yeah,
That's
and then when you get to somebody's house, you're like, "No, I'm full." It's like some people take that as disrespect. Like, God damn.
Right,
like,
right. Oh, you couldn't save a little bit of space for
you
my
can't
food?
be thankful for my food. You
Here,
inconsiderate
take these blankets.
Yeah, you could have had the turkey over there, the sides over here, and pumpkin pie at mine.
Exactly. See,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. That's how you should do it. Appetizers, then the entrees next, and then the desserts.
Before my daughter got married, her and her friends, what they did, they all went to each other's parents' house to eat. Like my daughter would come to mine, and they all did the Thanksgiving with their parents, and then they stole shit from their parents, and they had a Friendsgiving.
That's actually a good idea.
And
I
I'm
would
like, man,
love to do
pretty-
a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, I said that's pretty gangster. That you go and like, hey man, I'm gonna go to my house and steal turkey from my parents. You
Yeah,
go get some type
exactly.
of dressing. You go get some type of
We're all gonna rob our fucking relatives and come back and share it
Somebody have a big ass fucking
like a
meal.
potluck.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I like
That
that.
is
Actually. That'd be
pretty
a cool idea. Yeah. So, those of you out there who just aren't grateful, you should be, because life could always be worse.
Every
right?
day should be Thanksgiving.
Yep. And enjoy your Thanksgivings. And that's pretty much all we really got for you. All right. Just have a great time with it. All right. That's pretty much it. I got nothing else on that.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Fuck. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. Mike, did you see the fucking Jake Paul? Obviously, I know you did.
Tried to.
I had to block you.
I wasn't even
Bro,
ahead of
I
you.
was so fucking mad.
I was just doing that shit. I was doing it to everybody.
Oh, I fucking hate you. I was so pissed. I was like, he's fucking ahead. I was like, he goddamn knows what's going on. So basically, what I got so mad because Mike texted me. We're in the middle of the fight, and I think it was during the
women fight.
The undercard. Yeah, it was like the direct undercard. It was the Serrano versus Taylor.
Yeah,
and it might have been like, I don't know, maybe fucking 5 minutes into the fight, like maybe the third or fourth round or something like that. And Mike shoots me a text. Jake goes down. I was like, what the fuck? And the thing is, up until that point, I had been getting kicked out of Netflix and fucking just waiting there watching the little circle of death.
Yeah.
So it must have been like 30 minutes that I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm just watching something that's not live anymore, because it started to buffer a little decently.
Yeah.
So I assumed that you were just ahead of me when you said that. So
I
was like,
a lot of people.
son
I
of a
just wanted
bitch.
people to just.
Yeah. So I was like, Mike, I have to fucking airplane mode you.
I wonder why I wasn't getting no replies back. You said you were going to do it. I didn't know. I thought, because I sent you back like, man, I'm just joking. I'm just.
Oh no! As soon as I said I had the airplane mode, I put you on airplane mode until the end of the fight, and then I was like,
no, I'm just joking, man. We're in the 6th round of the women's fight.
Bro, I was watching the Jake fight, and I was like, when is he going to go down? I was like, how far fucking ahead was Mike? I was like, this fucking asshole.
Hey, that's funny, and I try to tell you, but it was funny. So I had my TV on, I had my computer on, and I had my phone.
Yeah.
Because my computer.
Also, you were the reason why I couldn't watch fucking anything, because you had every goddamn thing.
Well,
Right.
here's the thing. My computer is working better than my TV. My phone, no issues.
Really, nothing.
Yeah, because there's people that they were saying, they're like, man, it's that TV app that everybody's on. They're like, I'm watching it on my phone. I have no issues. I was like, let me see.
Yeah.
And so that's why I went
actually
to
a pretty good point.
Yeah, I went to my computer first. Go, okay, that has to work better than TV.
You know what I should have probably done it now that you mentioned that is that I probably should have just connected my phone to the TV and just mirrored it. Yeah. And that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
You know, because that literally just like, it's like a Bluetooth connection.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's nothing. So that would have been, damn, fuck, I didn't even think about that. Because I was watching it, dude. I was like, I'm watching it. Well, besides the whole fucking shitty resolution I was watching in, it was like I was watching it in the fucking, like, I felt like I was watching a fight in the goddamn, like, 60s or 50s. So, like, it was so fucking blurry.
See, mine was clear on the computer and on my phone.
Bro, it was so bad. It was so pixelated, and it was like fucking like Japanese porn.
Yeah.
It was so like I couldn't see anything. I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, anyway, it was
that sucks.
Yeah, it was pretty shitty. But then like it got a little better. It came in like spurts, you know? It was like good and bad. So you want to know who or what I thought of the fights, right?
Yeah.
I really liked the Ramos Barrios fight.
I really knew you'd like Ramos. I knew that.
Dude, well, here's the thing. I didn't know anything about Ramos. I knew Barrios because he was a champion, right? So I recognized the
Navy. He moved to Florida.
Yeah, this is that guy.
Great story.
Yeah, super handsome.
Yeah.
Huge dong.
Falling out of shorts.
Massive. But yeah, rumor has it. But anyway, yeah. So that Ramos guy, I really liked that fight a lot. Like he was a massive underdog, huge underdog. He was literally just like,
was that the humping fight?
Yes, yeah. That was the humping fight. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the humping fight. That wasn't the humping fight. There was no disrespect. Fight. The first fight, yeah. That was the fight where that was like the Indian guy won.
Yeah.
Who I did not like him at all. Like I didn't like that fighter at all.
I didn't really like that fight.
That was the worst fight of the night. Like I think that fight was probably worse than even the Jake Paul Tyson
main event
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that. I don't even know what those guys. I can't even remember those. It was like a YouTuber versus like an actor in India. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, when I watched that fight, I said, man, I hope they're all not like this. Yeah,
it was not good. But anyway, besides that shitty fight, the Ramos Barrios was really good. I actually think Barrios won that fight. I was not necessarily shocked that it was called a draw, but I was like, man, they definitely gave Ramos that draw. Like that was a gift. And I think, like it was a gift to give him that. But it was very entertaining, and that dude had a fucking ton of heart. And I really respected like how hard they went at it. Like I was like, those two were fucking kicking each other's ass. Then the Serrano fight with Taylor Serrano. Bro, that was fucking nuts.
That was ridiculous.
So my thing with that fight is I feel like Taylor was definitely fucking leading with her fucking forehead.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Anybody who can't see that she was literally going with her head first.
Yeah, you get a point taken away and somehow you still win.
Bro, it made no sense. Yeah. Like, I understand like how boxing scored. It's based on rounds, right? How many rounds you win. So a point off the total isn't like a huge deal, I guess. But still, like, it was like she lost the point. She threw less punches. She was less accurate with her punches. Yeah, she was less accurate with her punches. And I was just like, and she fucking, like, she just didn't look that great. And I was like, how the fuck did she win unanimously?
Yeah.
You know? Like, if any of them should have been a draw, that should have been the draw. Huh?
She had the belt, too, didn't she?
No, it was, no, it was Taylor was the champion.
Oh, this
So Taylor had beaten Serrano, got the belt, and then, Serrano lost to Taylor in the rematch. This was the rematch. This was the second time.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was pretty much that. And I was just like kind of shocked that they fucking, and honestly, like I was so annoyed with the ring announcers. Like that one fucking, like, I forgot what her name was, the Puerto Rican lady. Rosie. Yeah. Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
Oh my God. She was fucking driving me crazy. Like, I was like, this lady needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't stand her voice.
I used to love her voice back in the day.
Did you? Like,
A white man
I just can't
jump.
stand
man,
her.
I used to love her voice back.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was like, this woman just needs to go away. But yeah, besides that, I really liked that. Like, that fight was probably the second best fight. Yeah, I don't know. It's either one or two. The Serrano Taylor was either the best fight of the night or the second best.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. It's kind of a toss up for me. And then the Ramos Barrio was the second best, and then the third best because it was the main event. Which, dude, I'm so torn. You know, like I know, or at least I think in my heart that Tyson threw the fight. You know, like it was a contractual obligation to basically not fucking murder Jake, right? Yeah. Like you can't hit him and shit like that. Like for whatever reason, like he needs to win this.
Yeah, he only
You're gonna get your 20
17
million
punches or some shit.
He only threw like 80.
Yeah.
He landed 17 through like 80.
Yeah.
Like, it made no sense.
That
Watching
first round,
him
I was
in
like,
his
okay,
training-
Tyson. And then
Yeah.
first round, okay, Tyson, he gonna get this dude.
Yeah, the
Second
first and
round
second,
looked a
even the
little
second
good
round.
yeah. And then
And
that
then the
third
third
round,
round, it
looked
just
like, I
disappeared.
don't know if you got tired or what, but
I don't think so.
looking at your
But, I
training
mean,
regimen,
yeah.
I think you could have lasted at least till about 4 or 5.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
this dude was going so hard in those training videos. And I understand they're edited and things like that to look fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
who knows if he had only been working out when he's sweating his dick off and he's fucking just going so goddamn, hard in those videos. If that was only a minute into his
Yeah.
his
Or
workout,
took
he has no
20-minute
stamina.
break, took a 20-minute break and went back
exactly.
at it for a minute
Went hard
workout.
as fuck. We don't know. But based on his history, you would think that a world champion boxer of that caliber would have a little bit of endurance, even at 58 years old, especially seeing those videos. So I was just completely taken aback when I was just like, how is he not fucking ripping this kid's head off?
Yeah.
So I think he threw the fight. But at the same time, I respect Jake Paul's not going for the knockout, towards the end.
Almost going to be a lose-lose for him. Whether he would have lost or he would have knocked out. It would be like, bro, you lost your old man or you knocked out an old man.
Yeah, no, well, it's still even him just even fighting Mike Tyson is a loss for him.
Yeah.
Other than him saying, I beat Mike Tyson, it's a fucking loss.
Yeah.
Like, he made, at least in the eye of, what is it called? Basically in society. Like, society's going to look at him and say, that dude's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
His bank account is going to say otherwise, right?
Yeah.
So how much is he really losing? The dude fucking walked away with $40+ million.
Yeah. And the way he promoted, man, like, everybody thought this was going to be a fight.
Right. But he promoted it. He did what he was supposed to. Like, he's supposed to sell the fight. Because they had 60 million people on Netflix at the same time watching this.
And the slap at the weigh-ins, I was like, okay, we're going to see something.
Yeah. And the thing is, Mike, even that slap dude was so fucking fast. I was like, yo, Tyson is fucking quick.
Yeah.
And he didn't mean to, like, he wasn't trying to knock him out with the slap. He was literally just slap. I was like, yo, he's so fast. None of that showed up in the fight.
No.
It was just not there. And I'm a little bummed. Like, Iron fucking Mike Tyson, Like, we grew up with him fucking being, like, the best, And it's either him or Muhammad Ali, that was literally it. I never saw Ali fight. I saw, the ass end of Tyson growing up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how would anybody get into the ring with this fucking monster?
Yeah.
So,
but man, Jake Paul, he put on some weight too.
He did. He got pretty chunky.
Big dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. Is like he's thick.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, the dude's got some mass to him.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But we've seen Tyson knock out dudes way bigger than Jake Paul before.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was way younger back then. So I don't think that really mattered. Have you seen the videos of him though? Fucking like of Tyson, basically like pulling his punches. Like it looks like he's about to knock him out.
Yeah, he had because he didn't have no defense. Jay didn't have no defense, and Tyson exploited all that, but he just didn't follow through with it.
He didn't do it. Yeah, and I'm like,
in the jaw.
That's what I'm saying, and he's accurate too.
Yeah.
Like that's his. He's
and
fast,
he knows what to look for there. He sees somebody drop their guard because Jake Paul didn't have his hands up the whole time.
No, he had his hands down like half the time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's what I was like, yo, there's so many red flags here that just don't make sense.
Yeah, it's more of an exhibition fight. That's why it's like everybody's like, oh, it was rigged. I was like, I don't think it was rigged. I think it's just more of an exhibition fight. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it was rigged. I can't, say with any type of certainty. In my heart, I feel like it was. But until there's actually like fucking proof, like a leaked contract or some shit, like there's no way to know. My favorite part of that,
don't say his brother. Don't say fucking Jake Paul's brother. What he said.
That dude is such a fucking loser. Like, what the fuck was that?
He sounded like a little. Yeah, you don't want.
Yeah, he sounded like a little kid.
I'm like, man, shut the hell up. Exactly.
Like a literal child.
What are we fucking in fucking elementary school? Like, we're in middle school.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you if we step up.
Okay.
Shut up, man. Like,
get the fuck. Go back and clean your brother's fucking
sweat. Be more like your brother and
off
be like fucking more respectful around here. Yeah,
like fuck, man. This guy's a fucking butthole. Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't like either of the Jake brothers. Like, I didn't like
the the end. Fucking talking at the end. Because
talking at the end.
The questions that the announcer, not the announcer, who was the dude that's doing the interview at the end of the fight.
Oh yeah, I didn't even really watch it.
Some of the questions he was just asking, I was just like, bro, don't ask these dumb questions. Like he's trying to make it like it was a real boxing match. It's like, bro, it's not what it was like.
Did you plan for it to go this way?
Yeah, like when you came out, man, what were you thinking when you came, man, motherfucker? I was like, I'm gonna get 20 million. Fuck, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this is fun. He kept biting his glove, and that was something like they kept saying he did that a lot in previous fights.
Yeah,
and I was like, he might have done it a handful of times, but I don't remember that as like
there wasn't
a staple of fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Because I feel like biting the glove
too small or some shit. I was just like,
I mean, I felt like that was more likely than he just does this all the time. I'm like, man, I've never heard anybody mention Mike Tyson biting his glove. You know, and especially with how popular he was, biting your glove would have become like a popular fucking thing. You know,
people be like, man, we know when a hard hit's coming because he'll stop biting his fucking glove. You know what I'm saying? Like people would have studied that fucking shit. I think,
but there was none of that.
My buddy was like saying, like, man, I bet he's biting his glove because he hates holding back because he's such a fucking professional.
Yeah, that's probably what I was like, yo, this dude is trying to like legitimately not kill this kid.
Yeah, exactly.
So he bites his glove to like, all right, calm down.
He's a fucking professional. You're a professional. You couldn't do it.
But it's not even like he's just a professional. He's like, even if his body can't keep up, his mind can still keep up, you know? So if he's like, if he's frustrated with that, like I can fucking end this kid if I was, 20 years younger now.
Yeah.
But, like that's got to be really frustrating for him. But like I said, I would put money down that this was a rigged kind of fight. And not even necessarily rigged, but it was definitely contractually obligated.
That's why I say like an exhibition fight.
Yeah,
you weren't out there to hurt each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like they were 2-minute rounds. You know, like you wore extra big gloves. They wore the 16-ounce gloves instead of the fucking 12-ounce or 10-ounce gloves that they would have worn. So like that's obviously because you don't want to fucking hurt the other person.
8 rounds, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So. I think it was 8. I think it was 8.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was 8. There was a fight that was 10 rounds, but I don't remember which one that was.
I think that was the Ramos.
I think that was the Barrio. Yeah, exactly, the Ramos Barrio fight. But I mean, he did it. He was in there for 8 rounds. He made his money, and he's still a fucking legend.
Yeah, I kind of like like you said, Jake Paul. Maybe if he could have knocked him out, but he didn't even try to, really.
Yeah, I respect him at the end, what he did. Like, he kind of bowed to him and was like, all right, we're done. Like, that's it. I give him, instead of, like, going to fucking...
Yeah, last 10 seconds,
throwing haymakers.
Hard. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so I respect that. But... yeah, I saw some funny ass shit. They were like, for Jake Paul's next fight, he's going to be fighting the ghost of Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, exactly. Terry Bradshaw. He has to go older.
Yeah,
which sucks for him. That he's never going to be able to live that down.
Yeah,
unless one day he gets in a real ring with somebody, or gets in a ring with somebody.
Jake Paul's going to go in the home run derby versus Babe Ruth's ghost.
Exactly.
I was like, damn, these are fucking good. But yeah, it was a lose-lose for him in, like the eyes of everyone, more or less. Other than his bank account, like he doesn't look any better beating Mike Tyson. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he didn't fucking, nobody gives him respect for that.
No, that's not like, that's not a notch you would put on your belt as, something to be bragging
Man, one
about.
thing, did you listen to when Evander Holyfield was talking?
Which time? That was a couple times.
I felt bad when he was up there talking with, it was Evander Holyfield.
Lennox Lewis? Was that who it was?
Was it Lennox Lewis too he was with? And they couldn't ask Evander Holyfield because the reception was his
headpiece was fucked up.
And I was just like, man, he's just up there not answering no questions.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, I was like,
that was Evander Holyfield. And I can't remember who that was.
Yeah.
Who was that? But yeah, no, you're right. His headpiece was fucked up, and I felt bad for him too because he was just.
I think what was so dumb with that setup, you should have had the 2 hosts on the outside and the 2 fighters on the inside. That way, this dude can ask him a question over here. This host can ask this person a question over here. You wouldn't have that issue.
Nope. Literally just a seating issue. I said the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they sitting
That's
so
because
far
we
from
know how to
each
run
other?
podcasts. You know what I'm saying? You're
I guess. They should have asked us.
Yeah, exactly. You're sitting so far from each other. It's loud in that motherfucker. Like, this shit was pissing me off. Like, you guys are fucking idiots. It's a simple fix.
Yeah. Another big loser, though, was Netflix reputation for fights and big sporting events. Their reputation.
Everybody's worried about what's going to happen for Christmas. They're showing football.
Yeah. They got 2 football games, I think, that they're supposed to show. And I'm like,
somebody said that their stock went up, though.
I'm sure it did, because think about how many people watching. Like,
then it's probably about to drop because how many people are about to fucking.
Yeah, how many people are going to cancel?
Yeah. You can't cancel Netflix, man. They got still the greatest shows.
I mean, I agree. Like, I feel like Netflix is the new cable.
It's just nobody. It's going to be hard for just sell your football or sell a fighting thing now.
Yeah, I think so too. Unless like this football goes over very, very well, like this, for Christmas, I think then they can, kind of push it as, oh look.
But man, like, why did you talk to other companies? Like, bro, how do y'all stream? Like, goddamn.
I don't know, especially because how popular Netflix is. They could have gotten the best fucking technicians. Like, hey, we're about to have the biggest fucking event. Our servers are going to be overloaded.
Yeah,
what's
the possible things? Like, they didn't have a fucking brief before this, man.
Nothing. They just had fucking Johnny from IT sitting in the back.
Netflix. We got it.
Yeah, exactly.
We let people play games on our fucking app now. So I mean, we're good.
It's so stupid. Have you ever played any of those games?
No, I look at
dude, they're so bad. I've played a couple, and like half of them don't even have like any like real finish to them. Like, you just keep playing, and I'm like, when do I win? Like, you just don't. Like, but I think a lot of those games are meant as like features in other games. So it's like, okay, this is like a test. Play this. If it works, we're kind of testing the bugs to put it in something else, kind of thing. That's kind of the gist I get from it. That's what I think.
I don't but do people really play their games? Like,
I did. I used to play them almost every night before bed. Yeah, because they were so brain dead, dude.
I used to just rather watch a show.
Dude, gamers got a game.
Damn, really on that? You stoop that low? That's an addiction. I'm trying to wean off the big game.
I gotta take it slow.
So I don't go to bed till 4 in the morning because I'm playing Netflix fucking games.
Yeah, they're fucking.
But I'm in the bed with my wife, so everything's good.
I'm playing Diner Dash.
Exactly. But I'm in the bed with my wife, so life is good. Girlfriend, don't complain.
Yep, everyth's solid.
Yeah,
all good on this end. But yeah, no. So like, I think Netflix's reputation possibly took a hit, but it's not like it's not going to recover.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I bet if this football goes through, then everybody gonna have faith back in it again.
Their pocketbook got very, very large because of that fight. So they made a fucking killing.
Like 65 million, I think people were tuned in.
It was definitely over 60. Yeah, over 60 million. They said that over 120 million devices were using it, but 60 million accounts were on. So that's people watching on multiple devices too. So who knows how many actual people watch it? Yeah, exactly. You counted for 3 of those. So that is what it is. But yeah, that's all I really got for that. I mean, it is what everybody knows right now, like everybody's seen it. So.
We just want to know who else out here playing Netflix games. That's what I want to know.
I want to know, who do you think is going to be the next fight? Like, who do you think will be another, good contender?
You talking about for Jake Paul, or you talking about just in general? For Jake Paul?
Who's his next fight? Who do you think?
He won't go MMA. He would have to stay boxing.
Yeah, he's never going to go MMA. Yeah. He's not going to do that. But I'm saying, like, who he would be like, all right, you come fight me in the boxing ring.
What's his weight? Is he considered a heavyweight now?
I believe he's a heavyweight, yeah.
Oh. Damn, who's really out there? I mean, like...
Yeah, it would have to be somebody's relatively close to his weight.
Yeah.
But you can say anybody, like whoever you think. I have my wish of who I would love to see him fight.
I watch more MMA than boxing.
Yeah. Well, this guy's not a boxer. The one I'm about to mention is not a boxer.
Yeah.
the guy who I want him to fight, his name is Eddie the Beast Hall.
Eddie the Beast
Do you know who that is?
No.
He's a ex-strongman competitor. He deadlifted like 1,000 pounds. He was the first person. Oh no, 1,100 pounds, I think it was. He was the first person
on
to
no
deadlift.
TV show, was he?
He's been on a bunch of TV shows.
Was he on Game of Thrones?
No, that's the Mountain. That's Thor. That's
Okay.
Thor Bjornsson, I think his name is.
Yeah.
But those two have fought before. Thor Bjornsson and the Beast have fought each other in a boxing match before. But that's Thor is fucking enormous. But that's not who I want to fight Jake Paul. I want the Beast to fight Jake Paul.
Oh.
No, Butterbean, honestly, like, is that dude still alive?
He is. I think he was out there somewhere on, like, South Carolina or around that area. Yeah.
I thought he died.
I
just feel like the big ass fat dude like that getting punched in the head forever.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah.
Like,
I saw him on TV not too long ago.
I mean, you're probably right.
And he was at a flea market.
What the fuck was he doing at a flea market? That on TV?
I don't know, man. Maybe selling autographs or some shit.
You want a Butterbean autograph? I would like a Butterbean autograph, honestly. Like, I think that'd be cool.
Who wouldn't want a Butterbean autograph?
That'd be kind of. I'd just be having people over at my house, and this is my Butterbean autograph. Like,
got a quick story about this. I was at a flea market in Tennessee. It's all fucking Butterbean.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn right you gonna sign my picture. I've been walking around this picture for fucking 40 years. And I just looked at him and said, damn right you gonna sign this picture.
Holy shit, you're Butterbean.
And you know what? He signed that picture.
And it's just a heart. Love Butterbean.
It's like a fucking bean. Wait, that's a Chicago bean. I don't want this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I really got on fucking that shit anyway. So what do you guys think? Do you think it was actually a throne fight, or do you think this was like as legit as possible? And do you think this is going to hurt Jake Paul, or is it going to does this look worse for Jake Paul or Tyson in the end? All right, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below.
And what Netflix games you playing? That's what I want.
The one I was playing was called Diner Dash. That was like my big one. There was another one that was like a drawing game where you had like you had to draw the wheels on this dude's bike, and basically it was like obstacles, like odd obstacles in the way, and based on the shape of the wheel, you had to climb over these obstacles, and you were racing other people who were playing the game at the same time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, although I'm pretty sure I was. No, you just use your hand, like on the phone.
Oh, I thought this is on Netflix.
Oh, well, I mean, there are the same thing on Netflix. Like, it's literally Netflix games.
Yeah.
But it's easier to do it with your phone.
Oh yeah, definitely that. Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, I don't know how you do it with a fucking remote.
I was saying, I talk about the ones on the TV, on the TV app.
No, I have no idea how those work.
Yeah, they got games.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's why I thought you were
they
saying
still
you
have
at night playing.
No, I play the ones on my phone.
Okay, I can understand those now. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah. So that was it. But anyway, what else we got?
What were you mad? Tesla.
Bro, I was so
That's
fucking
what
mad.
I want to know.
So, yeah, I was just like, so I don't know what it is. Like this last week, every time I've been cut off in the just driving somewhere, like it happens all the time in Florida, right? You're always getting cut off. People out here are these are the most aggressive, ignorant fucking drivers I've ever been, and I've been in many states, bro. This week it's all been Tesla. Like I don't know what the fuck it is, but they've been cutting me off like crazy. So I'm going to.
What kind of car you got?
That was a Forester.
Okay,
that was the
That's
Forester.
Probably what it is. Probably cutting off Subarus. It's a glitch,
dude. You want to know something funny? If you type into Google "why is Subaru," the first word or one of the first options that pops up is gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says "why is Subaru gay?"
Yeah.
I was like, I thought that shit was fucking hilarious. I was literally sitting at a Subaru dealership, like they were doing my fucking, I don't know, whatever the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
And I was looking it up, like, why is Subaru? And then like I was trying to figure some shit out, and it's
safe
gay.
car,
I just
whatever,
started fucking dying. Yeah, I thought that shit was.
You know
so
why
fucking
that is,
funny.
though, right?
I I think it's from a movie, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it was a Netflix movie.
Didn't that come from a movie?
Yeah.
Okay,
with
I don't
Kevin
remember.
Hart and
I don't
all that
remember what.
shit. I don't know. I forgot the name. I seen the movie. It might have been a series, a show, but it had Kevin Hart in it, and it had this gay lady, and she was like, "I thought they called you Rue because you're gay." She's like, "No, they call me Rue because I drive a Subaru because I'm gay."
Because I'm gay. I drive a Subaru.
Yeah, because I'm gay.
It's pretty funny though. Like I've actually had like my cousin actually asked me before, like when I got the Subaru, he was like, "You're gay?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then
that's horrible.
Whatever.
You know,
it's just like a
those
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Those
until,
WRXs look pretty nice.
Yeah, those aren't even bad. Like I actually kind of like them.
Does that make us?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Are we?
But anyway, as I throw my wrist. But anyway, yeah, these fucking Teslas keep fucking cutting me off. And today I think it was just the last straw. And this fucking
really? You
like
just say, I'm taking out next Tesla cuts me off.
I saw I'm fucking losing my goddamn mind. So basically what happened is we're just driving down the street and it's traffic, but it's moving, right? And this fucking Tesla comes past me, tries to fucking cut off the car in front of me, right? But there's like no space, right? So he slows down and then he ends up on the side of me, right? And he's like drifting into my fucking lane. So and like he's drifting, but he's like kind of trying to get in, but from I don't know. There's like it's literally no space for a fucking car to get into between me and the car in front of me.
Yeah.
And he's like drifting, expecting me to fucking just slow down so he can come in. I just fucking like wailed on the horn, right?
Yeah.
And then he fucking jumped back into his lane, and then he honked at me, and then he fucking sped up and cut off the fucking guy in front of us without any blinker or anything, and then just cut off into some fucking parking lot off to the side. Bro, I was fucking screaming. I was literally like, fuck this guy. I was like, I fucking hate these goddamn Teslas.
Yeah. He probably had to
I
charge
was like,
his
what
car.
the fuck is... Bro, I don't... Where was he going to charge his car? At the fucking restaurant or whatever he pulled into?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dude, I was so mad. I was like, I'm not even... Like, at that point, if I just so happened to be going to that same fucking restaurant, I would have gotten into a fucking fist fight with that guy. 100%. Like, I was so fucking mad. And that's why I texted you. I was like, bro, I fucking hate these guys.
That shit, that shit kind of happened to me. And it's so funny, too, because I'm driving down the road, and you got to get into the far right lane to make a right because you're going onto the base, the Air Force base. Yeah. And so I saw that there's like a little construction truck there. So he's blocking that lane, and I saw it far ahead. So I said, okay, let me get back in this lane. Once I get out, I can get over. Well, the light turns red, so now I'm stuck next to, like, it's probably about a car in front of me, but over. Because I'm going to go around that truck, get in front of me. Well, the lady behind me, she gets in that right lane to turn on the base, and I guess she doesn't see this truck. And so we're all stopped at the red light. So her instinct was when the light turns green, I'm just going to cut off this black truck, which I happen to be in. Yeah. And so I was in my 4Runner. And so she comes, and she kind of like same thing, like try to push me over. And she's pushing me over the other lane. I said, this fucking bitch. But what she didn't realize was I'm going on base too. She thought she was going to get away and just go on base. Man, I was going on base anyways. I said, you know what? I just want to go ask this girl, what was she thinking? Because she got over and she kind of laughed. I saw her kind of laugh. And that's what pissed me off. I said, man, I'm going to. And I was about to go turn to the gym. I said, no, you know what? No, I'm following this girl. I just want to ask I just want to ask what she's thinking. Well, she speeds off and she's speeding through base, cutting through little alleyways. And I was like, let me stop before she says I was harassing her on this base and she was scared for her life. So I was like, let me just stop. Fuck it, I can't. But man, I was
probably a good call on your part.
Yeah. God, also, but just like you, if she would have just stopped her part, I would have just got right behind her. I'd be like, hey, what were you thinking? I just want to know because I guess your life is more important than mine because you pushed me on the traffic. I just want to know why is your life more important than mine.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was going to do it too, but she sped off. And like I said, we're going through some alleys, like back roads on the base that I didn't know about until I followed her.
You're like, wait a second.
Yeah, I'm like, where's this road going? But
sketchy.
I stopped myself. I said, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's probably for the best to not just fucking pursue someone in that case.
Yeah, because I bet she's probably like a E3 or E4. She was young. And then she probably gonna be like, yeah, this guy was harassing me, chasing me through the base. And my dumb ass, no, she cut me off outside the base. I just want to know why.
I just had to ask.
You're in the wrong.
Yeah. Don't overstep that one.
Yeah, but I just don't understand why people just think they're so important to do shit like that.
The thing that drives me crazy, dude, is
Teslas.
And this is, well, it's not just the fucking Tesla. This week, it just so happens to be Teslas. But it's, how fucking hard is it to use a goddamn blinker?
Oh, man, like, I don't know what it is.
What is the fucking difficulty with it? Just, it's right, Nick. Your hand is already there.
Yeah.
It's just
it goes with the steering wheel. If you turn the steering wheel this way,
that's it. Exactly. You're good. Boop or boop. That's all you gotta do.
It goes with the steering wheel.
Yeah, it's not that fucking hard, but it's like this place in particular is the worst I've ever seen it, where people just do not fucking use their blinkers. And this is gonna sound bad, but the only other time that I remember losing my fucking mind on the road, besides today, like actually fucking like screaming,
motorcycle,
and I actually was this fucking guy. He cut me off, and literally just fucking like cut me off, and then I fucking was like going after this motherfucker, right? And then I pull up beside him or whatever, and he's got a little Puerto Rican flag in his window, and I fucking roll my window down, and I'm just fucking screaming at this dude, and then he fucking just like speeds off. I don't know the fucking car he was. Obviously, it's a little faster than my fucking Forester. Yeah. So he fucking speeds off, but I was like, fucking Puerto Ricans, and I was like, wait a second, I'm Puerto Rican.
Wait a minute. I can say that.
Yeah. So I went and I called my cousin, and I was like, God damn it. I was like so fucking mad. And he was just laughing. Because, yeah, it was just fucking hilarious. Not at the time. I was fucking pissed.
It does get frustrating because all you got to do, like you said, you just got to think of others, man. I'm such a defensive driver that.
Yeah.
My brother, he's an offensive driver. I hate ride around with my brother. He lives in San Antonio.
It's too risky.
And, man, he's the same one. If somebody cuts him out, and these people use their blinkers, and they still, like, the dude's blinker's been on for, let's say, 30 seconds. And then he gets in front of my brother. My brother's pissed. I'm like, bro, he told you he's coming over. I'm like, what are you doing? And then when somebody does it, and he looks over, he jumps over, he speeds up, and he's racing. He won't let him get off on the exit. He's like, I just thought you wanted to race. I'm like, no, that's not what he's thinking. He scares me when he drives. Like, I'd be like, oh, he rides on people's ass when they, like I said, they don't cut him off, but they get over in his lane, and there's enough for like 2 cars, but he's speeding, and there's still enough for 2 cars that they happen to get over where he has to step on his brakes, and he gets upset about it. I said, bro, you saw him coming fucking way earlier, right?
Did I tell you that I was on the news, basically, like on from the helicopter? They like went over my car because they were chasing a fucking dude who like fucking flew by me on the highway.
No.
Yeah, so this was a couple weeks back. Basically, there was a car chase on the fucking highway I was at coming home, and this fucking like gray van just comes shooting by me, right? Whoa, right? And fucking like 4 or 5 police cars come shooting by. Fucking helicopter comes by, and then like I'm looking at the like footage trying to figure out what the fuck that was later on that night, right? And they literally show the fucking video footage, and I was like, that's my fucking Forester. That's my gay ass Forester.
Look at that gay
I was like, I know where that is.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. So I'm famous.
That's what I'm talking about. You're out there.
Just so you know. Yep, we out here.
Forester and all.
Yep.
Call me Subaru Nick.
Subarus.
Call me Forester Nick, right?
But yeah, so I mean that's pretty much all else. I don't have too much on that. I was just fucking pretty pissed.
Huh? I saw a Cybertruck today, and I thought about going to be like, can I sit inside of it? But I was like, nah, I'm not that totally infatuated with it.
I see them a lot. The only way I would get one of those is if I had a business that required like advertising, because everybody looks at it, you know?
Yeah.
So if I was like a realtor or something like that, I would get one.
And people probably look at you and be like, that dude got money.
Right, exactly.
Realtor,
he gets shit
money.
done.
Yeah.
He gets money. He knows how to sell a fucking house. You know, like that's when I would do it, because that's a good marketing strategy. And I would get it wrapped with like my fucking business shit on it.
With your Subaru on it and fucking your face.
My
just
pride
waving
flags.
out.
Yep. I want everybody to know I'm an ally.
Yeah, he caters to the game. I like that guy.
Everybody knows. He's all right.
I like Subaru Nick.
Yeah. Subaru Nick. Yep. Driving around in his Cybertruck. Subaru Nick Cybertruck.
Subaru Nick.
Kind of weird.
I get it done.
But yeah, that's my logo.
Because I get it done.
But yeah, so that's the only way I would get one of those.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that is true. Because everybody
honestly.
does just stop and look at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one for the podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. Put the raccoon on it. Man,
Yep.
you imagine our
That'll
followers?
A business expense.
And all our questions would be like, why y'all fucking got a Cybertruck?
Exactly. Like, you guys don't even have 100 followers. 100 subscribers.
Thank you for
What are you doing?
For noticing. That'll be our answer to all of them. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah. Like, oh, our marketing is working.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, that's literally it, just for advertising. Because otherwise, they're fucking so ugly to me. Like, I see them and I'm like, these fucking things are ugly as shit. But that was something I was reading. It was like there was a guy who was standing in front of me I saw him pull in with like his Cybertruck or whatever, and then like a bunch of other people pulled in after him, and they kept walking into the coffee shop, and they were all just like, well, whose ugly fucking truck is that? Like, look at that ugly ass truck out there. And this guy was just like seething and quietly to himself, like so pissed. Just everybody talking shit about his car.
Wait for everybody to leave, but a new person comes in and says the same exact thing.
Exactly. What the fuck is that ugly ass truck out there?
Oh, I gotta. Yeah, then he just gets up. I gotta get this back to the boss. You know, fucking. I hate driving this thing.
Yeah. Back to the boss. Yeah. But
you wanted me to gas it up.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever met someone who's actually like, yeah, those Cybertrucks are fucking nice. Like, they look great, you know? Like, everybody's like, those things are fucking
They just talk about
ugly.
probably the smooth ride that it has and everything like that, but I don't think nobody talks about the look.
Yeah, it's not a very attractive, like, aesthetically pleasing vehicle.
I bet you they get a lot of questions where people are like, hey, can I see the inside?
I mean, maybe. I mean, you can see the inside online. Like, it's not like it's secret.
But no, you got.
No,
I
like
want
secret
to
club.
feel it. I want to feel. I want to smell the leather.
I guess I don't know. That's not. I really don't give a fuck about it. Like, I'll stay with
my
little.
Did you see?
Thank you.
Volkswagen's supposed to be coming back. I don't know how true it was, but coming back out with the Volkswagen bus. Did you see the pictures on that thing? Yeah.
No.
It looks. I don't like I said. I don't know how true it. It might be a prototype or whatever they call them shits, but it looked pretty interesting. I'd buy a Volkswagen.
Oh, nice.
Bus.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Rivian? Like a Rivian?
Yo, yeah, they're real expensive.
They are, but those things are fucking nice, dude. I saw one today. Nice, I was like, damn, what is that? And like I was like, that is a nice fucking SUV. And man, I had to look it up. Like, what the fuck is this?
Have you seen the Santa Fe's? The new Santa Fe?
I mean, I have, but I've never like.
Have you noticed the lights on them?
Too serious into it.
The lights are dog bones, man. That's what they are.
Really?
The brake lights and the lights up front, they just look. I don't think they meant to do it, but they look like dog bones.
They look like dog bones?
Yeah. Look it up. Santa Fe lights. Look up Santa Fe brake lights. I'm telling you, it looks like a dog.
They have, I think the worst brake lights I've seen on a vehicle are the Jeep Renegade. They have they're like X's. Like literally just like a tic-tac-toe X.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate those fucking lights.
I don't know. I used to hate the new, I want to say Tahoes or Suburbans or whatever, or Yukon. They're the big old long, they cover the whole.
I know, on the sides.
Yeah.
Yep, the whole
just
side.
A long old strip. I'm like,
I don't like that shit either.
Yeah.
Any car that has the light that's just like the light bar on the hood, like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking? But it's on the hood, not like above the windshield. It's like on the hood, like it's just a bar. I'm like, that shit is so fucking stupid to me. It looks, and the fucking Cybertruck has that. I'm like, I hate this fucking thing.
Yeah,
there's nothing redeeming.
Everybody's trying to copy Knight Rider, man.
Yeah, I guess. But that was that's pretty much it. I'd rather drive my actual truck than my Subaru. But
I thought you were saying Subaru.
No. Well, the Subaru is fine. It's all right on gas and shit. It's kind of my get around car. If I could, I would take my motorcycle everywhere, but I can't carry all my equipment with me on my
You
motorcycle.
can.
Because otherwise, that would be... I
Get a
could, I
side
just don't
car.
have the dedication.
Exactly. Yeah.
I could do anything if I had enough dedication.
Yep.
All right, Mike. So this is getting kind of long. We're at about an hour now.
Oh, damn.
So let's go. Yeah. So let's go ahead and knock out this question real quick. We're gonna do it quick though. All right. We're not gonna get too crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know you like to go in depth.
Yes.
But we gotta keep on keeping on.
Keep your
All
composure.
right. So for those of you wondering, we do this every week. It's 400 questions to get to know your friends better. And it's basically Mike just chooses a number and I read him that question and we kind of go back and forth on it. And yeah, so Mike, choose a number.
397.
397. That's one.
I have a feeling I used that already.
Let me check. I can tell you in 2 seconds. No, you chose 387.
Oh, okay.
397. That's the one you just chose. All right. So going down to there, 397 says, what do you think something... Oh, pardon me. It says, what do you think is something that everyone should experience at least once in their life?
Everyone should experience once in their life.
Yep.
For some reason, I don't know why camping's on my mind. But I would say camping.
Okay,
but like
that's a good
some
one.
real, like some real camping. No, like cabins or nothing like this. Like you're in a tent and just campfire type shit. But
Like just you by yourself or with friends?
I would say with friends too. Cause and then you don't have no like social media really involved neither.
Okay, so like it's literally just you, your friends at a campsite. I'm assuming a campsite, or is it like in
campsite,
like the wild?
Yeah,
okay, so campsite.
Yeah, just
and
going out there and experience life.
Nobody around you though, like no other random people around you. Just
you
kind
can
of
have, you can have other campers. There's
okay.
other campsites, but just to go and just camp, man. Because I used to have a friend that she did not like camping, but then
Really?
all of a sudden she's like, "Wait a minute, this shit's fucking awesome." My kids, they love camping.
Yeah.
And I love.
I love camping.
I want to go camping here shortly because the weather's getting right.
It's nice and chilly.
Yeah,
Not too bad. Mosquitoes are dying down.
Yeah, camping's on my mind for some reason.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I really like camping too. That's a good answer.
Yeah,
That's a really good answer, I think.
camping.
I think something that everybody should experience at least once in their life is to go to a very isolated area, whether that be in the mountains or out in the middle of the ocean or something like that, and look up at the stars on a clear night.
Yeah.
Away from all the city lights.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah. That shit, for some reason, that shit's so peaceful. But I don't think a lot of people
Bro.
know that.
It's insane. Like people think there are a lot of stars when they're looking up and just see like
Oh
what's
yeah,
out
no.
there right
You
now.
go out there in pitch black.
You have no idea what the sky looks like at night until you are away from all the smog and clouds and ambient light there is just from fucking, just from whatever, right? And you're so secluded and you look up and you're just like, the sky is fucking littered with just sparkles.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
it's how bright it is. And you see a couple shooting stars too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And like, it's honestly like, that I think is the closest. So being out in the ocean like that, like when we were in the Navy, and we'd go out and the lights are all off, and you would just look up on the moon is out, and the stars are just fucking everywhere.
let you know how big
That
this
was-
fucking world is. I'll tell you that thing.
It makes me feel how small the world is. That's like, to me, because it's just like,
Well, yeah, I guess small
It's
is the
the-
word I'm looking for. I'm thinking about more how big the universe is. So yeah, how small.
oh yeah, I got you. How small we are.
yeah.
And just like, it's the closest thing I think I've ever had to like a religious experience, I feel like. In being that, like, I just have never felt so like connected to everything at the same time,
Yeah.
and just realized like how finite everything actually is for us as humans, like there is just, and like one fucking star that you see out there in those thousands and thousands, probably millions of stars in the sky, right? That what you're looking at, that's not even just necessarily a star. That could be a fucking galaxy,
Yeah.
with its own
Planet?
billions of
Yeah,
fucking
it could be a planet, it could be a
millions of
galaxy.
stars.
Yeah, it's just
Who
ridiculous.
the fuck knows? Yeah, but it's just like, it's insane that for me anyway, like that's something I think everybody should experience at least once, and not everybody gets to experience that, you know.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, camping. That's how I feel every time I go camping. And when it's over, I'll be like, man, that shit was fucking awesome. And it's nice. So simple.
Yeah, agreed. It's really hard out here to kind of do that. Here in Orlando, you know, like there's some spots you could probably get to, where you might be able to get it, but I'm saying like you need to go pretty deep out there, like miles from civilization. Yeah. To get any type of like clarity. You know? Yeah, especially because like even if you're like far away from a city, like that city is so bright, you know, like its light is still dimming what you're seeing.
It's still ruined.
Yeah, it's light pollution. So like that's what I'm saying. Like out in the middle of the ocean, literally hundreds of miles away from anything, it was the closest I've ever felt to like seeing God. Almost like I was just like, holy fuck, this is like insane.
That's why I stayed in the Navy for 20 years, just for that experience.
Just staring at staring. Yeah, but yeah. I've always really liked, you know, just space in general.
I'm staying right here on this shit.
Never have.
I'll stay right here on this.
Yeah. So, yep, that's my answer, and I think both of us have pretty decent answers.
I've been thinking about going to up to like Montana. I think I might do that during spring, like a spring break. I think I might. We're going.
What's in Montana?
Nothing. Stars.
Oh, because you actually want to just fucking get away from shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
And then
I
you
feel
got
like that'd
the
be a nice
mountain
place
ranges. You got all that up there, and man. Yeah. I watch Yellowstone, and just looks so fucking beautiful to me.
Oh yeah, that was over there. I never watched the Yellowstone, but
yeah, that's the only reason I watched.
I've heard really good things.
Just to go to the ranch. I want to go to the ranch.
Okay, I don't even know what that is. See, I've never seen it.
You'll figure out once you watch Yellowstone.
I've heard,
which is stuff I've been into this past couple. Ever since daylight. Now we're going through what have we been into lately? Yeah, fucking ever since this day shift, this daylight savings. I just been watching TV shows because man, it gets so fucking dark.
You always watch TV shows.
Yeah, well, I got so many I watch now. And it's crazy. Like Friday, I got to wait for a show to come out Friday, which is it's on Apple TV. I want to say it's called Broken or Before. It's called Before, and that's Friday. Sunday, I got to watch Lioness. I got to watch Yellowstone, and I got to watch Front.
How is Lioness? Lioness is okay. I've actually heard Lioness is pretty good.
They're on season 2 right now. And good. Man, Lioness is so gangster. It's also about, it almost gives you like woman empowerment type feel because, man, she's so gangster.
Yeah, my mom actually told me she was watching it, and I was kind of surprised because my mom doesn't really watch TV like at all. My mom doesn't even watch our podcast.
What the she's you know what you do for Thanksgiving? Just put that shit on in the corner.
Yeah,
everybody sit here, watch this shit, and shut the hell up.
You all better be subscribed
before we leave this fucking dinner table. Before we cut into this fucking pumpkin pie.
Yeah, but she said it was good, so I was like, all right, I'll take my mom's word for it.
Yeah, it's real good. Yeah.
For me, since we're on that topic of what we've been enjoying this week, I'm really into this show, and like I don't normally post on Facebook other than like, hey, my podcast is out, check it out.
Oh yeah, you the anime.
I did, yeah. I posted about an anime called Dan to Dan.
Dan to Dan.
Yeah, Dan to Dan, and I was not expecting this anime to hit as fucking hard as it does. Yeah. Like it seems from the first episode.
How many episodes they got?
Right now it's on episode 7.
Okay.
So it's a new anime. It comes out weekly, whatever.
Yes.
But from the first episode, you watch it and you're like, oh, this is like an action anime. Like it's kind of like a fun, fucking funny kind of action anime. Not expecting like great storyline, anything like that. Literally just for like awesome animation. Like it's a cool anime. But bro, there was a couple episodes in here that it fucking like broke me. Like I was so fucking sad and like it. Yeah, I was literally borderline tearing up. It was so fucking good. So basically the anime, without giving it away, like what the whole thing is. There's a guy who gets he's possessed by the spirit of a ghost, who's very powerful, and then the girl who's like a psychic medium, and she can like manipulate matter and like I don't know. She has like ghost arms and shit. She can move shit around. She's a psychic. She's got psychic powers. And just based on that, it sounds like, all right, it's like 90% of fucking action animes out there.
Yeah.
But dude, I love animes that give you the backstories.
I was about to say, is it the backstory that gets you?
It's the backstories, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're fucking so like you'll see this ghost or whatever, and it's kind of like a badass ghost. They're fighting it or whatever, and then like you get the backstory of the ghost, and you're just like, oh my god, this like fucking broke my heart.
Yeah.
It's fucking so depressing, dude. Like this is so good. But yeah, that's why I posted about it. I was like, dude, I don't know. Like,
you don't want to be the only one
watch
fucking
this shit.
crying. That's why.
Yeah, I can't be by myself. Just me and my
bitch too.
I just went into my Subaru and cried.
Exactly. Does anybody else? I was hoping somebody would comment and be like, man, that show gets me. But no, nobody said shit.
They said if you cried that show, you're a bitch.
Exactly. You must drive a Subaru.
But yeah, so go watch Dan to Dan. It's really, really good. I think most people would really enjoy it.
What platform is that on?
That's pretty much it. It's on that one's on Netflix.
I want to say I think I said on Netflix. There's a cover of it like four people standing like in a field or some shit like that.
It's I don't know. I don't remember. Honestly, I just click it.
Fucking cover.
I don't. But the dude has like a zipper. It looks like he has a bunch of teeth on like a fucking scarf, but it's like his mouth. That's actually like when he's transformed into like this ghost demon thing.
Roger. Dan to Dan.
Dan to Dan. Very good. I know your kids like anime. So
they talked about it yesterday.
Yeah. So Dan to Dan. That's the one. That's the business.
My son mentioned it.
Yep. So there you go. Other than that, we got anything else? We good?
No.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Nope. Happy Thanksgiving.
And it's celebrated worldwide. Not everywhere,
apparently, which I still think is bullshit. But anyway,
which was funny. I mean, just hurry. This quick story that we pulled into Australia on the 4th of July one time, and then I remember because I was on the Blue Ridge, and I was like, man, it sucks that we don't get to see fireworks. And my buddy, he's like, they shoot fireworks here. I'm like, no, they don't. He's like, yeah, they do. I'm like, the 4th of July is an American holiday. They don't celebrate our Independence Day.
Yeah.
He's like, I swear they do. I'm like, no, stop it. All right. We're not going to see no fucking fireworks tonight. This ain't the New Year's. This is the 4th of July.
Yeah. Did you see it or no?
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't?
Yeah.
I would have been like, damn, okay.
Yeah, he was just thinking that, yeah, they always do it.
Celebrates.
Yeah, everybody celebrates our Independence.
Yeah, but see, that's what I thought about Thanksgiving. Like, why the fuck would anybody else celebrate our?
I just thought. I remember getting taught that it was Native Americans and Pilgrims, but I just thought it was a day to be. I think it's evolved.
It's all right. Well, be thankful out there, guys.
Yeah,
be thankful
if not,
for what it is you got.
Do better.
Yep. Go watch Dan to Dan. All right. If you're enjoying hanging out with us, please go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, do all those things. We really are trying to grow, and we would really appreciate it if you'd be willing to help us out with that. If you want to see more of us, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram or even on TikTok. And if you want the audio versions only, then you can find us on Spotify.
Great.
Here are sexy ass voices. And remember, bad decisions make for the best stories. Peace out.
Peace.
Audio Jungle.